Hey everybody, welcome back to another video about how to get set up with SellerSnap's AI Amazon Repricer. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about presets. Presets is a way that you can set up the repricer to customize it based on your specific business goals. As a reminder, we suggest letting the AI run for 24 to 48 hours in order to give the AI an opportunity to learn each and every one of your listings. The reason these timeframes vary is because the AI is constantly taking information from Amazon based on the competitive environment. So that means if you have more competitors on the listing and they're making a lot of repricing decisions, that's more data that the AI can use to learn, which means it has a faster learning curve. But if on the flip side, you have a listing that has less competitors that are a bit more static, there's less data coming through, meaning the AI's learning curve is a bit slower. That's why we suggest giving it a day or two to start the process of learning each and every one of those listings. As you've likely heard before, SellerSnap's AI is built to get you the buy box at the highest possible price. But here at SellerSnap, we know that there's no one size fits all solution. And depending on a particular business goal for each particular item, you might want to make some tweaks in order to reach those business objectives. For example, I might have items that have been sitting in FBA for a long time, and I want to avoid those long-term storage fees, so I can make the decision to start to be a bit more aggressive at the buy box to capture those sales and run down that inventory. In this video, I'm going to show you an example on how to set up a repricing preset so you have a base to set up your own for your individual use case. In order to set up the repricing presets, what you'll need to do is you'll need to navigate to the settings and store settings page and then to the repricings tab. From there, you're going to go ahead and you're going to open up a new preset and give it a name. A couple things that you should notice about the repricing presets is that you have the ability to set a default repricing method and then set a condition. When looking at a condition, the two things that you should look at are the if statements at the top and then the application. The one really great thing about the if statements is there is and functionality for those slightly more complicated repricing scenarios. Once you have those if statements set up, you can move to the application. In the drop-down menu, there's a whole slew of repricing settings that you can go to, including win buy box, follow lowest FBA competitor if you want to follow a specific competitor, and then some of my personal favorites, set the last purchase price and recurring price change. So when you are setting up your repricing conditions, you'll have to think about the logic that comes along with it. The way that we set this up is that we always look at the number one repricing condition first. And if that condition passes, we'll go to that application. If not, and there's a secondary condition, we'll move to that one and we will check that if statement. If that passes, we'll move to the application. If this doesn't pass, we'll keep on moving down the line until we run out of conditions, at which point we'll move back to the default repricing method here at the top. Now we're going to go over some of my favorite repricing conditions. The first one we're going to do is regarding inventory age. And so we're going to set an if condition that says if inventory age is above 180 days with more than 0 items, that means one or more item in stock, what I want to do is I want to be more aggressive and use my win buy box strategy at, let's say, 70%. Additionally, we often see that clients will be a bit more granular than this, and they'll set a secondary condition that says if inventory age is above 720 days with 0 items in stock, we'll win buy box at 100%, being much more aggressive. Now that we have these two conditions set up, I notice something's not going to work here. What's not going to work is that we had set these conditions up in the wrong order. Because we always check the first condition first, if there's a scenario where the inventory age is 270 days, it'll never get there because if it's 270 days, it also means that it's older than 180 days. So that's something we're going to want to keep an eye out for. And if we do make a mistake like that, we have an easy fix by using the arrow buttons on the right side of those conditions to quickly flip those conditions into the right order. Now, the way that my condition is set up is that we're going to take a default repricing method of the AI repricer, but we'll always check if inventory age is above 270 days with more than 0 items in stock, we'll win buy box 100%. If it's above 180 days, we'll use win buy box 70%, slightly less aggressive. If neither of these conditions pass, what we'll do is we'll simply move back to the standard AI repricing model. The next repricing preset that I want to go over quickly goes along the same lines. So we'll go ahead and we'll call this test 2. We'll use the default repricing method of AI, and then we'll add a condition that says, if I don't have a purchase in X amount of hours, then use a different repricing method. This is a repricing condition that sellers will use different variations of. And some really common ones that we see generally have to do with inventory age, as we spoke about before, if I'm the only seller, and if another competitor exists on the listing, such as Amazon, I might want to take a specific repricing stance on this listing. Once you have those presets set up and saved, what you're going to do is you'll go back into your listings page and you can apply it to the relevant listings through our bulk edit feature, which you can check out how to do in one of our later videos and in our knowledge base. I hope you found this video helpful on SellerSnap's repricing presets. Now you have the tools to manipulate SellerSnap's repricer in order to meet your business objectives. As a reminder, if you just started using SellerSnap's AI repricer, leave it alone for 24 to 48 hours. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and if there's any other videos that you would like to see during your onboarding process, go ahead and drop us a comment so we can make sure you get all the information you need. Until next time, happy repricing.